this is Jessica from Wandering Tent, and today I am working on making a toothbrush holder. This is a jar that I think some pasta sauce came in, and I decided to reuse it. It's got like mason on it. And so what my plan is to do is to spray paint this and then kind of use some steel wool or some sandpaper and just kind of sand over these areas where the words pop out, just to kind of give it that kind of, what's it called? Rustic kind of look, I guess. Here are some lids that I've already started to spray paint. These were some of my lids that were rusted and I didn't want to use for canning anymore. So I just spray painted them this teal color, and then these other things are just some other stuff that I'm working on. What I have here is just some cheap spray enamel, just some spray paint that I bought actually at Dollar General. And I in the past have used like I've brushed paint on and then sanded it, but I wanted to see how it looked with the spray paint. So it's kind of just an experiment on my part. I guess I'll cover the bottom too. Covers really well. It'd take a lot longer to brush paint this, and well, I'm already getting drips, so I guess I'll be sanding those drips off. I guess that's what happens when you're impatient and you put too much paint on there. That would be me. I have my jar completely painted. And just to kind of repeat myself, I use just kind of inexpensive paint on this. It looks like, it doesn't say on the can whether it's a high gloss or not. It doesn't look flat to me. I decided not to sand it. Originally I was going to sand this and make it kind of rustic looking, kind of, what's the word? Not shabby chic. My brain isn't working. I've got the word, but I can't get it. Anyways, distressed. That is the word I'm looking for. Distressed. But I opted not to do that. And after I was done painting it, I put on this clear coat that I had just to kind of help with the longevity of it. And so now I'm working on the lids that are going to go on it. So I had already painted these lids a blue color, and I took some chicken wire that I already had, and basically I kind of just eyeballed it, and I tried to get this one in the center. So I basically just took my wire cutters and cut around it. These thicker pieces are a little bit harder to cut through. Plus my wire cutters are I probably could have gotten a bigger pair for this job. These I use for like my jewelry and stuff, so they're probably not really meant for this. So there wasn't really a science to this. I just kind of eyeballed it and got it. And then I kind of just further fitted it in here. I'm going to have to take a little bit off of these pieces right here. I don't know where that stuff's shooting off to. So then I just set it down in here and kind of manipulated it to where I wanted it to be. Obviously it's not completely center, and it's not perfect. This one actually is a little too loose for some reason. I may have cut a little too much off, because you want a little bit of extra to get it in there kind of tight. That one is not as tight as I would like it. So once I did that, I actually have some pieces over here that are already finished. You can see how I just put it in there. You know, when you're using it, it's going to be screwed down, so I didn't really think that there was a need to glue this in or anything. But I did just go ahead and go over the lid again, this lid, with the clear coat, and I clear coated the chicken wire as well, because I know over time it will rust, and I was going to use these for my toothbrushes, and I really don't want rusty toothbrushes. So here is the complete product. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a better view of that. So again, this was just like a pasta jar. Some lids that I already had around that were kind of rusty, I didn't want to use for canning anymore, and just chicken wire I had left over from our chicken coop. Here we are, the finished product. I'm I'm happy about the way that it turned out, and it was really simple and not at all expensive. I know that you can buy these kits online, but mine was free, and frugal is a good way to be. So this is a bottle that had foaming hand wash in it, and I peeled the labels off. I put some of this like vintage type, I printed it off Pinterest, and I'll try to find that link and put it on there, but I cut it out. I covered it, or glued it with Mod Podge, covered it with Mod Podge. I got roses on the other side, and then once we used up the soap, I probably filled it up with this pure Castile soap, the peppermint kind. I probably filled it up to about right here. I just kind of guesstimated it. I didn't do any measuring or anything. And then you have foaming hand soap for a fraction of the cost. So that's one of my little frugal things that I've done, and I don't know, that makes it kind of pretty. And this container was a candy container that I got at a thrift store for 45 cents. Clean the labels off. It holds the Q-tips, and it's cute, and it was frugal, and it's helping me stay organized with my bathroom stuff. So as always, thank you for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed our little project, and I hope you join us again. Thanks.